Welcome to Omega Solution YouTube channel. Today, this is your host Hamim Mahmoud Hemi. I'll show you how to use Multistore ERP software in this tutorial video. So, without any further ado, let's get started. So, after you set up Multistore ERP, you will be prompted with this kind of interface. So, we'll be login as admin login. To login, we just have to press here, then press here and click the button. So this is our front page. So before we dive into this, we have to do our email config. So let me just type it in. So we have successfully configured the email. Now let's get back to our dashboard. So you can see a lot of button here which says create sale, create purchase, create transaction, pause, adjust inventory, create product. So to sell or buy something, we have to create a product first. So to create a product, we have to go to inventory, then product, or we can just go by here, create product. So to create a product, there is two mandatory fields which needs to be filled, which is group name or product name and the SKU, which needs to be unique for each and every product. So let me create a product, and then we need to create the subcategory. To create the subcategory, we just hit here and create a base category, which will be shirt for this case. Now let's select shirt and the name should be sweatshirt. Okay. The subcategory was successfully created. Then we can create a brand name, which in this case I'm going to give it ABC. You can give it whatever you want. Then the UOM, which means unit of measurement, you can give it like kgs, liter, pieces. In this case I'm going to use pieces, and the value should be 1. You can include purchase VAT or sales VAT according to your needs. So in this case I'm letting it blank, but you can give it by going here and selecting the perfect amount, then pressing this button. Same goes for the sales VAT. Now let's create a manufacturer. In this case I'm going to give it a name of test manufacturer. Okay, select it, and now the SKU, we give it like shirt. Okay, SKU is available. I can give it a discount. Let's give it a flat 10% discount. Okay, create discount. In date, we have to select the in date when we want to in this discount. Okay, it's created. Let's select it. Now as like the SKU, you can give it a UPC number or EAN number or ISBN number or part number according to the product. So we are not going to give this to our product. And now you can select any thumbnail image for the product and the base product image. So let me just select it by going here and here, upload. It's uploaded. Now let me select and press insert. It's inserted. Let's do the same for this one and press create product. You can give it a description like size available, small, medium, large, XL, double XL, and press create product, and the product should be created. To see our product that we just created right now, you just simply need to go back and press our product. Here we can see the product in our product list. You can create thousands of this by going here. You just have to create it once and the product will be created globally. So now that we have created the product, we have to purchase it by going to purchase invoice and then clicking on the create purchase button. Now we have to select our product, which is t-shirt, and the quantity we want to purchase, which in this case I'm going to give it 100, and the purchase price should be $50 and the selling price should be 60, and let me give it a text value of 1.2. Now let's create a supplier by pressing here or the drop down. In this case we haven't created the supplier, so I have to create a new supplier by going here and then giving it a name of test supplier, and you have to give it a number. In this case I'm going to give it a value. Then you can give it an email or address. Let's just give it test@gmail.com. Just give it test road, test state, and let's create this supplier. Our supplier is created. Let's select it. Okay. Now we have to select the store, but we haven't created any store. So you have to create a store. Because this is a multi-store ERP, there is multiple store we can select, and the product, we can buy the product for individual stores according to our needs. Store, then press the plus icon and give the store name. In this case I am going to give it as test store. Test store 1@gmail.com. You can add additional details to your store, like where it's located, what is its phone number, and which city it's in. In this case, let me give it test state 1. Okay, let's create the store. You can also give a description if you need, and you can import all of your store data if you have any by simply pressing here, which in this case is a CSV file of your previous stores. So we don't have it, so let me create it manually by pressing here. So the store is created. Just press here, and you can give it a supplier memo number. In this case, let's just give it 001 number, and we can give it a note if we want. And the payment section, pressing here add payment, and then the amount you want to pay, and the type of your transaction. In this case, I'm going to give it cash value, then press create purchase. So the product was purchased, and we can see the details here. And in case if there is some product damaged or you want to return the product, you can do it by just simply going to purchase, then purchase invoice, then selecting the invoice of your product you want to return, then pressing on this three dot icon, then pressing view, and then again pressing this three dot icon and pressing the return product. Here you can select how many you want to return, or if there is any damaged quantity you would like to return. So in this case, I want to return 10 of the t-shirts I just purchased, and let's give it the return amount, and let's select bank for this one. And if I press this button, the product return will be successful. Here you can see the product was returned. Right now I can go and check the quantity that's available right now. You can see we purchased 100, but it's showing 90 right now because we have returned 10 of our t-shirts a little bit ago. So now that we have purchased our product, we can sell it by simply going to sell and sell invoice and pressing to create sell button. So we have to select the store that we just created, and then select the product and how many I want to sell. So in this case, I am going to give it a value of 5, and we can select our customer. In this case, the default is walk-in customer, but we can also create individual customer by pressing plus icon and then giving it the values. In this case, I am going to give it test customer. You can give it same email as its name says, and give it a phone number of something. You can give it an address, test, and simply by pressing create customer button, you can create a new customer, or you can import the previous data of your customers by simply uploading the CSV file. So in this case, we're going to manually create the customer. So let's press this button. So our customer was registered, and we can just select him from here. Easy. There is some functionalities here, which is the due date. If the customer wants to pay in due, you can select the date. Now salesperson is here, demo. You can select the salesperson by going into settings and admin settings. In this case, we're going to leave it to demo. You can also add some additional information here, like the shipping address, if it's going to get delivered outside. You can add terms and condition here by simply pressing here. In this case, we are not going to create any terms and condition. So let's finish this product sales by adding the payment. Let's select 300, and in this case I'm going to select bank again. Now let's just press this button, create sale. So our product was sold. We have sold 5 of the product, and for returning or returning any damaged product, we can do the same in the sales by simply going to sales, then sales invoice, then selecting the invoice number that customer wants to return. So we're first selecting the invoice number. If there is many, you can search by your invoice number, like here as GTV. So in this case we don't have many, so it's not showing, which makes sense. So let's return our product by clicking on this 3 dot icon again, then pressing view, then pressing 3 dot icon again. So let's press return icon, and now we can select if the product was damaged or returned. So we would like to give it one damaged product, and we want to return one. So let's add the returnable amount, and in this case I'm going to give it a cash and press make return button. So our product was returned, one was damaged and one was returned. So let's check if the product was updated. So we just sold 5 of them, and one was damaged and one was returned. So as you can see, the product quantity updated successfully. We have created the product and purchased it and sold it. Let's see what's in the account section. So in the account section, we can see what kind of accounts we have and what's the detail of that account type. So in the cash, we can see how many we have credited and how many we have debited. And let's go to our next section, which is transaction. In the transaction menu, we can see all the transaction informations that we have created through here. And we also have trial balance. By checking this trial balance, you can easily figure out what's going on in your business, and you can select it individual for your every store, and it will give you a perfect result of your current business situation. And we also have balance sheet, which shows all the necessary things you need to manage your account. We also have an income statement. Here you can select the store and date that you want to see. Now that we have shown you the account section, let's go to the report section. Here you can select store in the inventory report and then generate report. It will show you every product in the inventory and how many quantities are there, how many you have sold, and the reorder quantity. Then let's go to purchase report. You can select all store or a single store, then select the date and then generate report, and you will see every purchase history that the store has created. And same goes for the sale report. You just choose the store, then press demo, select customer and press generate report, and it will show you all the sale report here. And you can see all the suppliers that are in and how many you have paid and how many did you return and the due amount here. And same goes for the customer report. You generate and see what's going on. And in the adjust report, you can see whatever you have adjusted in the inventory. And now let's go to our pause section. So in the pause section, you have to select store first. So it's for the admin, but you can select another account where the salesman will be selling your product. He doesn't have to select this. So in the admin panel, let's try to sell a product. So you can select it by pressing it, and let's press it again, and the quantity increases. So let's sell two product from our pause, and let's press continue sale, and it gives us a prompt where we have to give the information of our sales. So it shows paid amount 120 cash. So let's just press sell now, and the product was sold. And you can see this invoice by going to sell, then sell invoice, and here you can see the product details we just sold. So the pause section is similar to our sales. So you can select any customer you want. You can add a date, add products here. The drop down will be bigger when you add more products here, and you can see the quantities right here. It will be flashing red when the product is out of stock. And then we have media section where you can see all of your media files here. And in the stores section, you can create new stores. Like let's just create another store, test store 2, test store 2, the radar sheet. And let's create it. And you can also try to import CSV files of your previous stores. So let's get to our settings section. Here you can set your company details. So, and you can upload your logo if you want. Then press insert and press update details, and your logo will be updated. Then there is app settings where you can configure your email, set some quick links, and in the HR section you can create stuffs. Let's create a new stuff. So there are some mandatory fields to create a stuff. In this case, let's create a test stuff. First name 1, username test stuff 1. Let's put this password same test stuff 1. You can fill the section if you need. For this one, I am just leaving it. And let's give it a role of salesman. Then press shift as demo shift, and select the store as store 2. You can add salary here, like 10,000. Okay. Now let's add this. So the stuff was created, and we can see here his role is a salesman, and we can update his roles and permissions by going roles and permissions and then salesman. You can update it as you want from here. Now let's get back, and you can select designations from here. Let's give it a test designation. You can also create a department like sales in department, and you can assign it when you are creating new stuff. Here you can select the designation you just created. And shift. So basically that's it, and you can also set the status of your employees. And here you go, there's another section of inventory where you can select the product and see the details of it, or hide it through here. Add new categories, add brands, add attributes, or bulk import your previous product. Create UOM values from here. Just create some liter, kg, pound, pair, just like that. And the manufacturer unit, dimension unit, let's give it a 0.1 square feet. And you can adjust your inventory by going here and press create adjust inventory, select store, then select our product and adjust it by 20. Increment or decrement. So now just select increment, then add your payment type and create adjust inventory. And you can create barcodes or print pages from here. And there is some other sections where you can create coupon codes, discounts, and you can add your local currency if not included right here, and you can create the VAT and tax. So let's get back to our dashboard. So basically in our dashboard you can easily create cell by pressing here. Functionalities are same, this is just shortcuts. So let's see the rest of the functionalities that we have left in our inventory. So you can see the shortage of product here. If we create a product, let's give it a ABC, create product, let's purchase it, create purchase product ABC, quantity, I will low quantity so that it shows the shortage. Store with this store, and let's create purchase. Let's just leave it and see our shortest product. As you can see, we can see which product is short in our inventory, and you can see the damaged product that we have returned earlier, and we can also stop transfer from here. So to stop transfer, we have to select a store first and select our product. So to transfer our stock, we have to select where we want to transfer the stock from and where we need it to. Then press create stock transfer and it should be updated. The status will be pending. To change that status, we have to go to this then press the three dot icon and press status and change it to accept, and the stocks should be transferred. Let's check it out. Create cell, store to, and the product should be here. You can see the product is available now. So in inventory, there is the last option, which is manufacturer. We can create multiple manufacturers from here. Let me see test, so that we don't have to create it every time we create a product. Now let's go to our purchase section. There is suppliers. Suppliers are same. You can create it from here, so that we don't have to create it multiple times when we try to purchase our products. Then there is purchase return list. The return of our purchase will be shown here. I can see the details of it by clicking here. And there is that last thing. You can create a new purchase order from here by selecting your store, then add product ABC 120, and then create a purchase order, and you can see it from here. And if you want to see the details, you just have to click it here and you can see the details. And basically the functionality is, when you need to order something, you can just press the send button and you can give it a receive an email address, and it will send the order list from here. And in the sales section, you can create multiple customers from here, and you can see the sale return list here, and you can see the details by clicking that eye icon. And you can also set sales commission, and you can also see the sales commission from here. So basically that's it for the multi ERP. So I hope you have understand all the functionalities in here. And if there is any question you want to ask, just hit the comment section and we'll try to reply you as soon as we can.